everybody, today I wanted to film for you a what's in my bag video because I used to love watching these kind of videos when they were really popular about 5 or 6 years ago, and I think you get kind of an insight into a person by seeing what they carry around with them. I don't know, maybe I'm just nosy, but I used to love this kind of content, and so I thought I would make a what's in my bag video because I never have. I just felt it wasn't really a thing anymore, but I'm making it a thing again. So there we are. This is my everyday bag. I got this from IKEA. It's the started bag. I should probably cut the massive tag off, but I tend to use a backpack. I bought this one last year when my one was getting very tired. So yeah, I do have a kind of handbag, but I have like a Cath Kidston, you know, the oilcloth bags that all mums have, and I have one of those because they're really handy when you have a pushchair because you can hang the shoulder strap over the handles of the pushchair, and so it was really practical then. But my youngest is now nearly 4. She hasn't used a pushchair in over a year, and those kind of bags, because they're quite big and you end up carrying around loads of stuff, they just end up hurting my shoulders. So since I do carry a lot of stuff around, because I use this when I'm going out with the kids, so I have like all my kid stuff in here, all my mum stuff. But I also use this even if I'm going to like a book event, not that there's been any of those, but you know, something writing-y or an event or meeting people. The only time I don't use this is in the evening, so having something that I can put loads of stuff in and be comfortable with it over my shoulders, it's perfect. So this suits my needs. So I have dropped 2 things into this bag that weren't in here because they're things that I use around the house. So my phone, which I am tied to, I have to have a case because I drop my phone continually. I just got a pink flip case. This is Huawei, is that how you say it, or Huawei? I'm not sure how you say it, but it's one of those. It's fine, it's, you know, it's phone. It's nothing fancy. But yeah, that's always with me, so there we go. And I also dropped in my book, which whenever we go out, I'll put my phone and my book in. My keys aren't in here, I didn't put my keys in, but my keys would be in here too. But yeah, you never know when you're gonna end up sitting with nothing to do, so I always take a book with me. So this is the one I'm reading at the moment, which is Jodi Picoult's Plain Truth. It's just always handy, even if you don't use it, always helpful to have a book with you. So then let's delve into the other stuff. I'm going to put this on the floor. So I have got some water, even if I don't necessarily think I'll need a drink with me. If I'm out with the kids, they're always going to need a drink, so I pretty much always have a water bottle. This is one of the Systema ones. I don't like sports tops, so this one is really good because it's got like a little flip. Like, I don't like the ones that screw up or pop up, but this one I quite like. I don't like the ones where the water just doesn't come out. You have to like suck it to get the water out. So I much prefer this kind of thing. So this is my one. The kids have got the ones that screw up, but I like the Systema brand. We have a lot of their water bottles, you know, all the kids ones. So we have some of the metal ones that keep your drinks cold, but the other ones, we have these. And I like their lunch boxes as well. They do really well designed ones, and their stuff doesn't tend to break. So yeah, I like their brand. And then what else have I got? I've got a notebook, always helpful in case I need to write something down, somebody tells me something. And also, if I get stuck with the kids with nothing to do, you know, we're waiting for something, or if you're in like a cafe and they're waiting for their drinks and they're bored, or you have to wait in the car or anything like that, it's so helpful to just have a notebook that you don't mind them scribbling in, for them to have something to do or play games, or you see. So yeah, always have a notebook. Then I've got my purse. Sorry, did I make it clear? The book and the phone were the bits that I dropped in. Everything else is the stuff that is just in here. So yeah, my purse. I really like this purse. It's a Fiorelli purse. My mum bought it for me for my birthday or something like that. It's a little bit worn, but I quite like it. I've had it for a couple of years, but I struggle with purses because so when I go to the cashier, I will start to panic that when they give me my change, that I've got to get everything put away really quickly. So if you have the kind of purse where you've got like a coin bit, or a wallet, the same, but you've got like a coin bit, and then you've got a separate bit that you have to open to put your notes in. So you've got to try and put your coins in, and you're like struggling because it's all in one hand, and then you've got to try and close that and open another bit to put your notes in. And if you've got receipts, it's a minefield. I can't cope with it. I start to panic. So having one where everything goes in one bit is just perfect. I don't have to fold my notes up because it's note sized, because it's big. So it has like a zippy bit for the coins. It has bits for the cards on both sides, and it has bits for notes as well. And I just find that instead of, what used to happen is I'd kind of shove everything in the coins bit and chuck it in my bag, and half the time I wouldn't even do it up, and then I'd end up with all of my money and receipts just floating around in the bottom of my bag. So I'm way more organised because of this. So yeah, it's got receipts in it, of course. What's this? Where's this from? Foundland. It's an opportunity to clear out my purse. Super jug. And what else have we got? And a post office postage receipt thing. I should probably do something with that. Stamps. Always carry stamps. It's very helpful. But yeah, I really, really like this purse. Then what else? I've got tissues. And then this reusable bag, I made this last year. So we bought a tie-dye kit, and we made some t-shirts, and at Christmas we did a load of bags. We did like maybe 10 and gave them away as presents from the kids. So the kids made them, and then it's nice for when the kids give someone a present, because obviously the kids don't buy anything. So it's nice when the kids have made something. But I think reusable bags are something you can always use. So I like it being something that people will actually make use of. But I made myself one while we were there. So yeah, I like it. Part of the tie-dye craze of last year. Then I've got more reusable bags. But this one of the ones that you put in the little pouch thing, this is a Harry Potter one. I quite like the shape of this. It's that shape. I don't know where this one came from. I don't know. It's probably a family member that has ended up in my bag. But yeah, I like this little Harry Potter one. And another one, I don't like this one very much. This is, I'm not gonna not use it because, it's not my favourite, because you should make use of things. But I don't particularly like the colour or the shape of it. I find it's not, like, it doesn't kind of sit very well. I don't like the style of it. So, but I do still use it. It's handy having 3 reusable bags, because sometimes you end up with stuff in them, and obviously they've gone into the house and then they haven't been emptied, and then I don't want to end up with none. So having a few that we swap out is quite helpful. So yeah. Then I've got this little bag. So it might sound ridiculous, but it blew my mind when I discovered that people put things in bags and then put the bag in their bag. I was like, hold on, this is a whole new level of organisation. And so yeah, this is just what I put all my little bits and pieces in and make up in normal times, just everything I want to carry around. But in the past, I'd always maybe put things like this in the side pockets, and then I would lose them or couldn't find them, or I'd just drop them in the main part, and then they'd just be floating around the bottom and everything would get broken. So this was just amazing to me. I got this little bag from Savers, I think. So in here I've got hand cream. I always carry hand cream around with me because I get like sort of eczema-ish stuff on my hands. My hands just get really dry, and especially when you're having to wash your hands so much at the moment, if I don't have hand cream, I really struggle. I've got plasters because the kids, but it's also, I'm that person with plasters. I have had to use these when we've been out and about and somebody hurts themselves, and I'm like, I've got plasters. So yeah, it's a helpful thing to carry around, and I use them a lot actually and have to restock them. I've got toothpicks, always handy. Lip balm, this is from the Body Shop, I think. It's Shea Lip Butter. So yeah, always good to have on you. I've got eye drops, because when I used to wear contact lenses, which I've stopped doing, so at the moment I just can't see. When I use contact lenses, I get really dry eyes, so I'd have to use eye drops a few times a day, but now I still occasionally get a bit dry eyes, so it's just helpful to have with me. And things like if I've put sun cream on and it gets in my eyes a bit, I find it helpful. So they're just like comfort drops. Actually, these are contact lens eye drops specifically, but yeah, helpful. And then I've got some hydrocortisone cream. Last I took this bag out, it must have been when my daughter must have had her eczema playing up, because I don't know why else I would have that with me. And then I've got forks. Because if you go to like a chip shop or some kind of takeaway eating place and they give you a fork but you don't want to use it, then I keep them. Because sometimes they come in handy. You've taken a lunch out with you and you've forgotten to bring a fork, or the kids are struggling to eat something that you eat with your hands and they need a fork. So it is surprising. I don't like throwing them away if they haven't been used, so I put them in here. I have used these many times, so they are really helpful. Not these specific ones, but it's a helpful thing to carry around. I have crayons on the same note when you get given these. And so in the old days, I would have probably, if we were given crayons at a restaurant table, I'd put them back. But now I have these ones that I must have been given, and then you have to take them away with you because, you know, with the pandemic, you can't put stuff back. And so I decided to keep them. So now if we go somewhere, not that stuff is open right now, but if we go somewhere, I can say, oh no, I've got some. But also, if you get caught, like I said, with the notebook, I've got crayons with me if the kids want to draw or colour or whatever. So that's handy. And on that same note, I've also got a pen, because I'm the lady who has a pen at all times. I've got loads in my car. I've got like 10 in the car. And a pencil. I don't know where this came from. I have a funny feeling that looks like a free pencil from somewhere, but I don't know. So yeah, I am ready for all eventualities. Funnily enough, no makeup in there, because I'd normally have like lipstick and concealer, but there's nowhere to go. Right, then next in my bag I've got gloves, because obviously it's the cold weather has just kind of subsided, so these can probably come out now. These are, my mum bought them for me. Again, I love these kind of bluey green tones. These are from John Lewis, the leather gloves. I've had them for years and years and years, and I really like them. And then I've got a pair of sunglasses. These are prescription Lipsy sunglasses, and I really need some new ones because I've had these, I mean, for years, but actually they've never really fitted me properly. If you look, the arms are too short and they're actually quite uncomfortable, and it's a shame. Part of why I like wearing contact lenses is I like non-prescription sunglasses, and so with non-prescription ones you can just put them up on your head. They're quite light, they usually sit quite well over your head, and I'm that person who likes to have sunglasses on when I'm out and then just push them up on my head, and as I'm in and out I'll take them on and off. You can't really do that with prescription ones, but there we are. As I say, I've stopped wearing contact lenses, so... But yeah, I'm going to need to get some new ones soon because they're not very comfortable. And if I'm going to be wearing them more, then I need better ones. Plus, my prescription is probably totally different. Right, so in this bag, there's a huge compartment, as well as like the main bit, but there's nothing in there. And then there's these side bits, side pocket, which I don't know if you could get a drink in there. It does stretch out a bit, but there's nothing in there either. And then there's this front pocket. I've got a few bits and pieces. It's a bit strange. Okay, I've got raisins because when you have small children, raisins are very useful. And my youngest, if she's got tired, if you give her a box of raisins, she can keep going. If you're out walking or something, raisins. So I've got a box of those emergency raisins. I've got a torch because always handy to have a torch. I've got a nose flute because why wouldn't you? I do carry this with me everywhere I go because the amount of times when you just need to make some spontaneous music. Nose flute. Who knew? If you haven't got one, get one. They're really useful. They're also really fun. And then hagstones. So hagstones are stones that have got holes in, and they're lucky. and I pick them up when I see them around. That one looks like it's been done by a piddock shell, but the stone's too hard. It's like a weird shape. Anyway, so yeah, hagstones. If my kids pick up shells and things like that, I tend to clear them out of my bag or my pockets, and if I can, I leave them at the beach. Or if they do come home, I've got like a pot that I put them in, because they sometimes like to collect them. But hagstones, I sometimes pick them up. I've probably got about 5 or 6. Got a few up there on my bookcase, but yeah, they're lucky stones, so I carry them with me. Put them back in so I don't forget. And then I've got a multi-tool is the only thing left. So this is a Coleman's multi-tool, and again, this is so helpful. It just since I started carrying one around, I've used it so much. So it's got like a pliers-y bit. Oh yeah, where's that? And then it's a bit like a Swiss Army knife. So it's got like a couple of little knives. It's got a little screwdriver, and this is so helpful. I can't even, so to give you an example, I was with somebody and they got a piece of glass stuck in their shoe. They could not get it out. They sort of stood on a big shard of glass and it cut their foot and really, really hurt their foot. And they couldn't get it out of their shoe and they couldn't walk any further. Along comes me with my multi-tool. But we tend to go quite a lot to sort of, you know, the beach and outdoorsy stuff. And it just comes in really, really handy to have a multi-tool with you. So yeah, extremely useful. So that is everything out of my bag. It's all empty. So yeah, everything that I carry with me. Thank you for watching. Do let me know, what do you have to have as an essential in your bag that's a little bit strange? I'd love to know some of the weird stuff that you carry around. I'm gonna have to fill this one back up. So yeah, other than the things that are in there, I probably end up with children's cardigans, stuff they found, and daisies in addition to what's in here. But yeah, anyway, thank you for watching. Please hit like if you enjoyed it. Comment, let me know things that you have to have in your bag. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already for more videos like this one. Take care.